we're talking about the fortitude through suffering, but how often, I mean, on a slightly different note, how often do we look at our good times and we forget to be thankful in those moments too? It's like we need the reminder for that just as much as we need the reminder of when we're going through the darkest of times, because I think sometimes out of despair we might start with the why God, and we might start with the like, you're doing this to me or something. We might challenge, but then it usually turns into, it's part of that despair is that we're reaching out, we're yearning for him, that searching, and that we eventually, I think, we do eventually recognize that.
Come to the understanding
that
God is
we are,
there, that
yes.
the presence is there.
Yeah.
And not to be afraid.
And on the flip side, you got to almost do that too in the really good times that you're like, oh, everything's good. I almost don't need you, God. I'm just going to kind of go on my own path. And
there's trouble. But I was talking to a couple of Knights of Columbus guys out there, and I said, we're going to do this taping. I said, there will be moments of silence. And moments of silence are when Christ is working in us, you know, and we have to have that calmness in us and that quiet to allow him to give us that direction.
Absolutely. How often do we really take time in today's world to appreciate the silence, like deliberately?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's where we recognize the beauty of it. We're driving and we're like, I'm going to turn off the radio. I don't like that song. Right. I don't like Taylor Swift or whatever. I'm going to turn it off. And the silence, this is kind of nice. Okay, I'm going to pray right now. Yeah. But how often are we like regularly, deliberately appreciating and making time for the silence in that? Because the culture doesn't tell us to do that.
No, that's a great point, because driving, a lot of times I do like to have the radio on, you know, and but if it's homily weekend, it's almost a discipline, you know.
That's Friday evening though, right?
Yeah, it's Friday evening. I'm sorry, you know, bless my heart there. But you know, I have to force myself. You know, you need silence. You need silence, otherwise you're going to miss it. You know, and so how many times have I missed because I like, you know, turning on 50s on 5 or
yeah.